Why are you guys looking at me?
Listen, we got all the audio, we got all the chat logs. I'm talking to Allie. We're gonna talk about it, all right?
Oh my god. I'm just trying to have fun here.
23-year-old Christopher Carey, a transgender online sex predator from Hastings, Nebraska, believed he was communicating with a 12-year-old girl from Lincoln, Nebraska.
You were talking to her last night about, sex
Oh my
and
god, no.
You just gotta know the pull-out game.
you wanted to take Allie to a dark place and make out?
We'll drive around, go somewhere, and we could go somewhere in the dark or something to make out and stuff.
Chris.
Get the away from me.
Now we're going to place tons of pressure on Hastings PD, the detectives, and everyone involved to make sure Chris is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and justice is served.
Hey, this your boy Diggaveli, man. Welcome back to the channel. And I got probably one of the craziest stories you've seen in a while. I know I done shared a lot of crazy shit, guys, but this is actually at the top of the list of the crazy shit I done did on my channel. I made a video kind of before on how they were sending a lot of the men to the women prisons just because they were identifying as women, which is weird as hell and tells you that, reality is just a joke at this point. But in this video right here, this shit is unbelievable. This Democrat judge actually sent a rapist, a repeat offender, repeat rapist, like a serial rapist, to a women's prison because he got to prison and identified as a woman. How crazy is that shit, man? Let's get into the video so you can see for yourself.
In your court, what matters more? The rights of individuals or your political ideology?
I apply the law to the facts.
I asked a question, which matters more?
Well, my political ideology doesn't matter at all.
Okay, so I don't believe you. And I think this case demonstrates that you are willing to subjugate the rights of individuals to satisfy your political ideology. This case involves a male defendant who raped a 9-year-old boy. Was he guilty of that?
Yes, the petitioner pled guilty to that.
Okay, so he raped a 9-year-old boy. He also raped a 17-year-old girl. Was he guilty of that?
He pled guilty. The petitioner pled guilty to that crime as well.
So was he guilty?
I hope so, because she pled guilty to it.
He was a he when he did this.
That's correct.
1 year after being released again, he was convicted of having child pornography. Is that correct?
I'm unclear on exactly the time frame that you're at, but the petitioner was convicted of distributing child pornography.
Child pornography that was images of adults violently raping children.
Abhorrent conduct.
Okay.
For which there are real victims.
Like, that's not a laugh of being funny. That's a laugh of fucking disbelief for the shit that this woman just brushes off. Like, this guy raped a little boy, raped a teenage girl, was caught numerous times with child porn of adults raping little kids. And she just abhorrent, just calls out what she wants to label it. Like, this shit is egregious. It's basically it's what he just said. And she's still trying to downplay and soften the blow of this shit. How disgusting are these people? They really let their ideology become so self-destructive that they're willing to allow people who rape children rights that were stripped from them. Like, I don't know, I'm confused. I thought when you went to prison you lost your rights temporarily. So this woman is treating a serial rapist like he's just anybody else out here. He gets to prison, he gets to identify as a woman and demand to be sent to women prisons after he raped women. Like, yo, this shit is a bad dream, man, at this point.
And this individual,
can't believe this shit.
6'2", biologically a man. A minute ago you said individual
6'2".
6'2", biologically a man. A minute ago you said that when this man decided that he was a she, you said this individual was, quote, I wrote it down, sober and entirely a female. That phrase struck me as remarkable. Did this individual have male genitalia?
I think what I said, or at least what
That is a verbatim quote, entirely a female.
sorry, what I meant to say was hormonally a female.
Okay, but that's not entirely. Did this individual have male genitalia?
Yes.
So you took a 6'2" serial rapist, serial child rapist with male genitalia, and he said, you know, I'd like to be in a women's prison. And your answer was, that sounds great to me. Let me ask you something. The other women in that prison, do they have any rights?
Is that a question you're
Yes,
asking me?
the other women in that prison, do they have any rights?
Of course.
Do they have the right not to have a 6'2" man who is a repeat serial rapist put in as their cellmate?
Senator Cruz, I considered the facts presented to me, and I reached a decision.
I asked you a question.
Facts. These fucking lunatics always scream facts. You have no facts. You don't even believe the facts. You don't even believe the fucking science. Like you don't believe shit about reality. They're telling men that they could become women just by dressing like them and saying that they are. Living a fucking delusion, but she want to talk about facts. These people get on my nerves, man. Fucking disgust me. You don't know shit about facts.
I asked you a question. Do they have a right not to have a 6'2" man who is a serial rapist put in as their cellmate? Do those women have a right to that?
Every person who's incarcerated has the right to be safe in their space.
But you didn't think so. You didn't think so. And in fact, I'm going to give some quotes from your order because Senator Kennedy is right. This is not a judge's order. This is a political activist. By the way, the beginning of your order says, at birth, people are typically assigned a gender. I got to say that would astonish a lot of Americans. A lot of Americans think you go to the hospital, a baby is born, and congratulations, you have a little boy, a little girl. The assigned a gender, I know you went to Brown, but it sounds like it's in a college faculty lounge with no bearing on reality. The Bureau of Prison argued what I'm saying right now, that if you put this person in a female prison, there will be a risk of sexual assault to the women. And you know what you did? You said you didn't care about the women. Have you dealt in what universe is someone who is a serial repeat child rapist not at a risk of reoffending?
Senator, as I do in every case.
I know you've been told to repeat the line, I follow the law. I asked a question. In what universe is someone who is a serial repeat child rapist not at risk of reoffending?
Sir, I looked at the facts that were before me in this case. All of the evidence, including the statements of every warden who had...
The cognitive dissonance in this woman is fucking insane. Like, so high. Like, such a high level of that shit is disgusting.
supervised this petitioner.
I have to say, if I were the father of one of those women, and you decided that my daughter's cellmate was going to be a 6'2" man who over and over and over again committed violent sexual assault, I would say the entire justice system is absurd, and it is clear on your record your political ideology matters a heck of a lot more than the rights of those women that you endangered. I think you're a radical, and I think you have no business being a judge.
Facts. Now, how crazy is that shit? And everybody want to, oh, women this, women that. They're actively trying to destroy what a woman is. They want to destroy women's sports with men. They want to destroy women prisons with men, which they've been doing it. As soon as men been getting in prison, they identify as women. They send them to prison. They raping the women in prison. You got women that serving 20, 30 years and they're doing life and shit, ending up pregnant. And then what happens? Both of them in prison, where that baby go? Foster care or it gets aborted. Didn't ask to be here, but he gonna come here and deal with the pain of getting his life taken. Or with the pain of having to grow up and live a life with strangers who have no obligation of loyalty or love or nothing towards you. So, you know, that's a loss, but these people don't give a shit. They're all about losses. They're all about losses in society, losses in America and the fucking world. They're anti-human. They're anti-American. No other way to put it, guys. Like, this shit is absurd. And if this doesn't piss you off, then you're on the wrong side of history. And that's simply what it is. I don't give a shit about your opinion or none of that. If this right here doesn't piss you off or make you feel some type of way, then me and you can have nothing to talk about. Because anybody that can go along and agree with this type of shit has no morals or no sense of reality. No sense of respect for women or none of that. You can't love or respect women when you agree with shit like this. What if you had a daughter or niece? It could be anybody. Accidentally got in trouble. Small fragile girl, could have been stealing, could have been anything, man. She could have been scamming, credit card fraud, or whatever. Just had to go do a little time. And then your daughter is in a prison cell with a 6'2" serial rapist who already raped women before. If he didn't have a problem doing that outside of the cell, what you think he gonna do inside of the cell? Like, this shit is insane, man, and disgusting. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here before before YouTube give me a strike for going off. Y'all seen it like I seen it, man. Yikes. I'm out.